Hey man, it's your boy Long Beach Joe. I'm here. We're about to get our first mock draft stream underway here. Salutes to everybody watching. Boycott Act, I see you, okay? The lines are open. I'm going to explain to you folks the rules, okay? But give me 1 second. I'm going to connect the audio and we're going to get to it. Hold on.
Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. Listen, this is our first mock draft stream here. It's mock season. I said it's mock season. And I'm hyped up. All right. Now, we got some people on the lines. Okay. Cannot wait to talk to y'all again. This is not going to be a show. It's going to go up as just a live. I'm opening up the lines to people. This is so that people will be able to vie and fight for the guy that they want to see drafted. Okay. Again, we're going to be taking the New York Jets. We're going to be going through, some of the picks, some of the players that we're going to be going after, some of the guys you want to target. All right, we're going to be discussing that. This is going to be on quick, so we don't take too long between picks. Hopefully, we'll be able to get maybe 2 or 3 mocks, maybe a little bit more than that, right? 2, 3, maybe 4 mocks done today, and we're going to see what's going on. Now, with all of this moving around and shaking, we're going to integrate the chat as well. Salutes to all the savages in the chat, okay? We're going to get to y'all as well. There's going to be polls in the chat. The lines are open. So as we go through our picks or even before our picks, you'll be able to come in and talk about what you want, who you want to see grabbed up by the Jets, okay? Who you want to see me take. Give me your input. Fight for your player. Tell me why, right? So we're going to take about maybe at the most, maybe 8, maybe 10 minutes between every pick. I would say at the most 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes for every pick. We're also going to explore trades as well. There's some trades that could be on the board too that I'm excited about. All right, so all of this is going to be moving and shaking as we're sitting here talking, and we are going to have a blast doing so. All right, so before we get everything going, all right, we're going to go to the chat. I'm going to come to the callers in just a second. I see you, Ted, everybody else. We're coming to y'all in a second, all right? And I want to know, okay, as the board sits right now, okay, the Jets right now, we're at 13, all right? That's what we're looking at. We at 13 currently, okay? So that's what we got going. Now, I want to know, okay, what do you think is the Jets' greatest need? What do you think we should take in the first round? All right, we're gonna ask this up. What is the Jets' biggest need? Okay, we're gonna ask this right now. We're gonna put it in the chat for the Savages. Okay, we're gonna put it here. Doop. We're gonna get it going. Okay. Now, for me personally, right, I'm thinking it's offensive line, right? I'm thinking offensive tackle. Some people look at it, they say to themselves, some people think wide receiver, some people think linebacker, some people think safety, some people think center, okay? Some people thinking a lot of different things, all right? So we're going to put that on in there, all right? So now we're going to ask people in the chat, all the savages, vote up. What do you believe is the New York Jets' biggest need, okay, currently? Vote that in the chat. Let me know what you folks are thinking and how you folks feel about that, all right? Now, again, we're sitting right now. We're going to open and start the draft in just a second. We're going to float that question out there. Now we're going to get to these lines because the lines are open again, 515-602-9639. We're talking to people as well. I want to hear from y'all. Salutes to all the savages in the chat going off. I see you. All right. Now we're going to go to Ted. We're going to go to Ted. He's on the line and he wants to talk, and we're coming directly to him. Salutes to you, Ted. I want to thank you for calling in. Okay, this is our first mock draft here. Okay, this is the LBJ draft. We're picking for the Jets, but before we let Ted talk, just know, Ted, he's a savage. Savage. Ted, salutes.
Hey, Joe, good evening.
Listen, salutes. I want to thank you for calling in and thank you for joining me for this draft, okay? This is the first mock draft we've done, and I'm hyped up, all right? Now, the draft is not started yet. We're all sitting here waiting, figuring things out. We put a little salutes to Stokilo. Good to see you in here. All the savages in the chat as well. Now, I want to ask you this, Ted. Right now, we're waiting for this thing to open, right? I haven't pushed play yet. As you're looking at things right now, what do you think is the New York Jets' biggest need in the draft?
Well, a couple of things first, Joe. Could we not mention the Green Bay quarterback anytime during this broadcast? Is that even possible? That would be nice, just to focus on the draft. Also, we got teased today on the NFL Network with some Jet games, which I was watching the Dolphin game and then one of the Bills games, and the hope that we had was just we were looking like a playoff team until we weren't anymore. I'm excited about the draft, Joe.
Okay.
Everyone says we're taking an offensive lineman. I still think we're going to trade. We may trade down and add some picks because we lost our third rounder.
Yeah.
We gained a second with the trade, but it would be nice. I think we could slide down a few positions and maybe get the number 2 or 3 tackle or guard and then roll with that. I don't know if the kid from Ohio State will be there.
Yeah. I like Paris Johnson as well. Okay. I like him as well. And I'm hoping that he'll be there. But like you said as well, I'm wondering if he'll be there. Now, the way that we're doing this mock draft today, okay, I'm assuming, because the trade is not done yet, I'm assuming that this trade with Aaron Rodgers will be done after the draft. That's what we're assuming today, okay, with this mock draft. That's how we're working it. So we still have all of our picks. We're here, and we're trying to figure things out. We're going to open this up in just a second. All right, I'm going to close the poll in just a minute here, okay? I'm going to close it in 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and end the poll quickly, okay? We're going to end it. And now, the greatest need, according to all the savages in the chat, is offensive tackle. Okay, so we're all on the same page here. Okay, we're all on the same page. That's what I'm thinking as well. That's the way I'm looking at it. Again, callers, hold on a second. 862, you can call back in. I think we just lost you. I was going to come to you in a second. But offensive tackle, in my mind, is the greatest need as well, and I want to grab it. But there's a couple different guys, right? You talked about Ohio. You talked about Paris Johnson. There's also Broderick Jones out there, Darnell Wright. For you, if Paris Johnson is gone and he's off the board, what tackle do you want to grab?
I would take the kid from Georgia. He's there. Okay. I mean, that kind of talent level they have on that team is sick. Look at the Eagles. They're making a living out of drafting Georgia defensive players. I would get the kid from Georgia or the kid from Tennessee, either one. And like I said earlier, I would like to slide down maybe a little because I don't know if they work they could be worth the 13th at that level, depending on the board. But I say we take one of those two, Joe.
Okay. Listen, I hear you. Now, listen, I'm going to let you go. Again, this is a live mock draft show. You can call in again. We're going to continue to have this discussion between picks. But like you said as well, I think we're all on the same page. But before I let you go, my final question. If Jackson Smith is there, are you taking him over a tackle?
Oh, I love him. But
come on now.
You know what? I would really consider it because then you could use one of your twos to move back up into the first round and get one of those tackles, or maybe around 20.
Okay.
I would do that. Hey, Joe, if I can't get through, I'd like to use one of my twos for the linebacker from Arkansas. I forgot his last name, but he transferred from Alabama to Arkansas. He's like an edge rusher. I mentioned him. He's like a T.J. Watt type, but he's a heck of a tackler.
Are you talking about Drew Sanders, I think his name is?
The Sanders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's the guy I would want.
Yeah, he's a guy that we could look at. Now,
Ted, I'll
Ted,
get back to you. I'll be in the chat.
okay, please
Yes,
do.
sir.
Listen, have a good one. Again, hopefully you call back in and we'll get right to you. Thank you. All right, have a good one.
All right, Joe.
All right. Listen,
All right, Joe.
we're going to keep on with this mock draft here. We're about to start it up right now. Offensive tackles that everybody's looking at. Again, the lines are open, 515-602-9639. You can call in multiple times. We're going to continue to have discussions going back and forth. 862, call back in. We lost you. All right, so we're going to open it up right now. Let's get to it. According to the Savages, the offensive tackle spot is the greatest spot. So we're going to get to it. All right. So now we got some things shaking and moving here. Oh, something happened here. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to refresh this here. I don't know what happened. So now we're getting back to it. All right. We got things moving and shaking. We got things moving and shaking here. What are we? Okay. We're sitting at 13. Y'all see what just happened. Washington is willing to give us 16 and 47 just to take 13. This is an interesting trade in my mind, right? It allows us to move down 3 spots, okay? And we gain 47, which is a second rounder, right behind 42 and 43, where we're already sitting. Keep in mind, currently, the Jets, we got 2 second rounders, we got a 4th rounder, a 5th rounder, and a 6th rounder, and of course, we got 13. All right? I want to get y'all thoughts on this. Is this a trade you're interested in? We're going to look at the other trade offers as well, and we're going to get back to the chat. New England is looking to give us 14 and a second rounder, right? I'm looking at this situation. What could New England be targeting, though? I'm wondering if they would be looking at offensive line. Could they be wanting to grab somebody that's here? Okay, we're going to explore that. The Ravens looking to give us 22, 157, a second-round pick, and Rashad Bateman. I don't like Bateman. I don't think he's very good. But this package is interesting, okay? Now let's look at what we have currently, okay? We're going to look at that. We're going to have this discussion. To me, if you look at this situation, and I see the Savages going off. Johnny Parks salutes. He says if JSN is there, might have to take him. NYJetsFL says don't trade with the enemy. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Now, Skoronski's here. Skoronski arguably might be the best tackle in the draft, right? Technician. Unbelievable. Darnell Wright, a guy that I really like as well, targeting. He's still there too. Of course, I think he goes lower, right? But Skoronski's a guy that's right there. Now, when you look at the board and the way it's playing out, we know quarterback's gone. It is what it is. Tyree Wilson, good. Will Levi's, again, gone as well. Will Anderson, gone. Jalen Carter, going at 6 to the Lions. Are you surprised about that? I've heard a lot of talk about him dropping, right? He had that issue off the field, okay? Broderick Jones was the first tackle off the board at 7. Miles Murphy at 8. Paris Johnson at 9, okay? Jackson Smith, gone at 11. Brian Brees, gone at 12, okay? Defensive tackle. So we're looking at a great situation here. We're looking at a great situation. Let me go back to the Savages in the chat. Salutes. Johnny Parks says O-line. Mark Rubio says can't give New England Anthony Richardson, but I'd take the Washington one. Okay. He says he would take the Washington trade package. All right. Now, again, Skoronski is there. Addison is still here. I like Jordan Addison a lot. Everybody knows. Fight on, right? Fight on. You look at this. Lucas Van Ness, that would be a good edge pick there. But to me as well, just like you guys, Skoronski is a guy I'd love to target along with Paris Johnson. And I'm telling you, if we get that extra second rounder, this boy right here, I like him a lot, okay? I like him a lot. I like Michael Smiths a lot. Let's go to the chat. We're going to come to y'all. We're going to get we're going to get some feel from the Savages. All right. So when we look at this trade package, let's go back to the trade package. To me, Washington and New England is probably the top trade package here. I don't like this trade package at all. All right. Now, we're going to see here. What would you like to do in this scenario? Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. There's a lot to discuss here. Or are we taking Skoronski? Which is what I think we'll probably do here. I'm going to the Savages. I'm coming to y'all. Polls in the chat. Again, lines are open, 515-602-9639. We're taking calls as well. Be patient when you call in. Believe me, we will get to everybody. Okay? We're getting to everybody. I want to see, as this draft continues to play out, man, this is going to be real interesting here. Real interesting. Mike Rubio says New England is 2024 second rounder. Maybe counter Washington and try to get another pick. That's an interesting. That's interesting as well. That's interesting as well. It is 2024 second rounder. That is true. That is very true. That is very true. Washington is right now. The question becomes though, right? The question becomes, if you do that, let's look at Washington's needs. We know they need a corner, they need a linebacker, they need edge, they need a guard, they need a defensive tackle. They're probably not going to be in the mode to grab Skoronski, right? You look at New England. According to this, New England's need is wide receiver, corner, linebacker, edge, and defensive tackle. They're probably not going to grab Skoronski as well. We'll probably have to worry the most about Green Bay, right? Green Bay needs offensive tackle. Let me know if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this well? Can you hear me well? Is everything good to go? Let me know. So when you look at this here, Green Bay more than likely is going to be the team to probably take him before we jump back. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on here. We get back to the Savages in the chat. Johnny Park says, if you move back, Peter won't be there, but I like Darnell. Yes. Okay. That's good thinking as well. Darnell Wright is solid too. But I feel like we can get Darnell Wright a little bit lower, maybe in the early 20s, right? If I move back to 16, well, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with taking him at 16. I wouldn't disagree with taking him at 16. That wouldn't be like an overdraft or nothing like that, because he is very, very good. I like Skoronski though. He comes in and he's immediately fills in that left tackle role that we need. We can keep Mekhi Becton at right tackle. Things will move and shake. Things will look good. Rubio says, exactly. Move back and take Darnell. Okay. He says move back and take Darnell. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let's see what the chat. We're going to leave this open for just a second, just a couple minutes. Make your decisions. Are we taking Washington's trade? Are we dealing with New England? Okay. We all know. Look, I don't like New England as well. Can't stand them. But what are we doing here? Are we taking Washington's trade? Are we moving forward with New England? Or are we taking Skoronski? Are we doing it? What are we doing? Again, Darnell Wright still on the board here. Things are still looking good for us. Again, DeJuan Jones, another guy as well. I can see DeJuan Jones that's taking him in the second round if he's still there and available. I don't know, man. I don't know. NY Jets FL says Darnell ran a 5.0140. He can move. He's got some good feet on him. Johnny Park says if you move back, Peter won't be there, but I like Darnell. I'm telling you right now. All right. So we're going to get moving and shaking. We're going to end this poll now. We're going to keep it going here. All right. What would you like to do? We're looking at it. They're saying take Washington's trade. I'm feeling the exact same way. That's what I'm liking right now. Let's move forward with this. Let's see what happens. Okay. Taking Washington's trade. Let's get it. We took Washington's trade. Joey Porter comes off the board. Hold on. Joey Porter comes off the board. They took corner. They took Devin Witherspoon, another corner. New England did that. And then Anthony Richardson goes to Green Bay at 15. You can tell they are preparing to move on from Aaron Rodgers. 16, Skoronski still here. This is a no-brainer to me. But I'm going to come to y'all again. To me, Skoronski is the take, okay? LA's offering us 36. I'm not even thinking about this. I like the second round pick, third round pick next season. That is quite a bit of value, okay? But getting out of there, leaving Skoronski, going to 36, I don't know about that, right? 41, Derrick Henry, and a third round pick from Tennessee. That's on the board. What are your thoughts? Kansas City wants to give us 31. They want to give us 63 and a second round pick. I want to get your thoughts. Savages, tell me, what are your thoughts? Are these trades interesting to you at all? Are these trades interesting? Derrick Henry, whoa, okay. Again, he's a back. He's got some mileage on him. Jets mess salutes to you. Good to see you in here. We are talking mock draft and we're discussing it. Johnny Park says make the pick. Okay, Skoronski is the guy. In his mind, Skoronski is the guy. Is anyone interested in these trades? Let me know. Is anybody interested in the trades? I'll put up a poll if so. Is anybody interested in any of these trades? Does Tennessee's trade, okay? I'm putting it in chat. I'm coming. I need to see this. Bruh, that Tennessee trade, hold on. Let's look at this. 41, right? Second round pick. Right ahead, 40. We'd have 41, 42, 43, and 45 is what we got from Washington, right? We got 45 from Washington. So we'd have 41, 42, 43, and then 45. All right? 4 second-round picks, Derrick Henry, and we'd have a third-round pick next season. Talk to me. Talk to me right now. Okay? What trade is the most interesting? Okay. Is it Tennessee? Is it the Rams or is it KC? I want to know, man. I want to know. You add Derrick Henry to this Jets backfield? Oh, my goodness, bruh. Johnny Park says Derrick Henry and Breece is sick, bruh. I'm telling you. I'm just asking questions. NY Jets FL says Henry has a lot of miles on him, though. That is true. That is very true, and that's something to factor in as well. And you also got to factor in Skoronski is right here. This is a guy that looks like he can be a left tackle for whatever, man, for however long. He looks like he's going to be just good to go out the gate. Do you pass up on a franchise guy like that, a cornerstone you could bring in at left tackle? Do you pass up on that for this? Do you pass up on that for this? All right. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to close the poll in a couple seconds. We're going to close it in about a minute. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves and enjoying their day. I'm hyped. I'm hyped, bruh. I am hyped. Again, the lines are open, 515-602-9639. You can call in. You can fight for your guy if you want to. I'll keep coming to the chat. We're going to have these discussions with the Savages. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if you guys can see everything smooth, if everything's running all right. If there's any issues, let me know. All right, this is our first mock draft, and I'm fired up. All right, we're going to close the poll in a second. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're ending the poll. All right, we're ending the poll. According to the Savages, all right, let's see what we got here. Tennessee's trade was the most interesting. Okay, Tennessee's trade is the most interesting. He is interesting. All right. Now, Tennessee's trade, now we've narrowed that. Quick poll again. What are we doing? Okay. What are we doing? Are we taking this tackle? Are we taking Skoronski? Okay? Are we taking Skoronski? Or are we taking the trade? I want to know. Are we taking Skoronski or are we taking the trade? Quickly. Are we taking Skoronski or are we taking the trade? I like this trade by Tennessee. I like the package. I like what it's put together. Keep in mind, it gives us the third rounder next season. Okay? That would be great. But keep in mind, we pass on Skoronski, man, and we need a left tackle. Let me make sure I get our okay. Let me make sure I write this down here. Okay. We're going to close it in just a little bit. We're going to close this in a little bit here. All right. Johnny Park says, I'm going to say no. We got to keep Rodgers from getting hit. Could always sign Hunt and take the tackle. That's very true. Johnny also says, unless you plan on jumping back up to grab Darnell Wright. That's big. The thing is I don't know if Darnell Wright, we'd have to jump way back up. We'd probably have to end up trading at least, because we don't have a third rounder this year, we probably have to end up trading a third rounder from next year to move back up into this range to grab a guy. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know about the idea of jumping back up for Darnell, but like you said as well, unless you're going to do that, you take Skoronski. All right. We're going to close the poll in a couple seconds. All right. Close the poll in a couple seconds. Keep in mind, this is a trade we're looking at right here, baby. Whoo. Derrick Henry. He's got some miles on him, though. He's got some miles on him. Keep in mind. All right. We're going to close the poll in a couple seconds. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to close it up. We're closing it up. We're ending the poll. All right. Poll has ended. What are we doing? It's 50-50. The vote is split. Tennessee taking the tackle. I'm taking the tackle. I'll be the deciding vote. I am taking Skoronski. Is going to be said and done. I'm taking him. I want to protect Aaron Rodgers, and I want to make sure that the New York Jets offensive line is shored up there. All right? I'm taking him. We take Skoronski. Okay? Addison comes off the board. Robinson comes off the board. Luke Van Ness, Branch, Kincaid, Smith, Foskey, Deontay. What are we doing here? Hold on. There's some guys still here. Whoa. Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame goes to the Vikings here. Darnell, is there anybody we're thinking about moving back up? Should we try to move back up here to 31 to take somebody? I'm looking around. John Michael Smith's still grabbing. He says stop it. All right, it's stopped. What are we doing here? Talk to me, Johnny. What are we doing? What are we stopping for? Let's see what we're doing. Ooh, Nolan Smith's still there. Still there. We're going to the chat again. We're going back to Johnny. Johnny says you're going to have to jump up to get John Michaels. You think so? That's one of our targets right here. This is one of my targets. I like Joe Tippmann as well. Joe Tippmann's a good player. Joe Tippmann's really good. But John Michael Smith, to me, is the best center in the draft. You watch him stuff people. Ronald Perry salutes. Ronald Perry says, salutes to you, Ronald. Salutes. But listen, we're talking that talk. So what are you thinking? Where do we have to move up to? Do we have to move up to 31? I personally think we could sit at 42. I personally think we could sit there at 42. Mike Rubio says, who is left at defensive tackle? Ooh. Cansey is there. from Pittsburgh. Mozzie Smith, who's pretty good. Dexter is there. There's some guys left at D tackle. Also, keep in mind, wide receiver, Hyatt's still here. Well, I think Tillman still is going to be there. Josh Downs might be there as well when we come up. Keep in mind, all right, we have a couple of second rounders. We got 47, we got 42, and 43. We got 3 second rounders here. We got a chance to get 3 guys in this second round. All right. Salutes Orlando C. Good to see you up in here. He says, "What up, Savages?" Chiming in from ATL. All right. We're gonna start a poll right here. I want to know, are we moving up, and where do we have to move up to? We're at the bottom of the first round right now. Okay. Are we moving back up to 31? Are we moving back up to 31? Let me know. I feel like John Michael Schmitz will be there when we're here. I don't think he's going to come off the board before here. I don't. You look at Pittsburgh, right? They don't need they need a center. But I don't think they'll take him because there's other guys that's still around. Right? Other guys still around. There's wide receivers they could take. That's probably their top need, right? 33, you look at the Texans. They need a center, but I still don't think that that's what they take either. There's some edge guys that I think are up there. The Cardinals don't need a center. You look at the Colts don't need a center. Rams, they don't need a center. Seahawks. Look at the situation with the Seahawks, man. Those birds is wild. Seahawks need a safety. Salutes Jamal Adams. Thank you for giving us some first round picks. They don't need a center, so they don't need a center as well. Raiders don't need one. Panthers don't need one. Saints, they don't need one. Tennessee needs one, but I don't know if they'll take him. All right. NY Jets FL says, "Go get Hyatt, and you'll have him for 5 years." Mike Rubio says, "I'd only consider moving back up for Kancey." Okay. All right. We're going to close the poll in just a second. Okay? In a couple seconds. We're closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're ending the poll here. We're ending it. All right. Are we moving back up? 66% of the Savages said, yeah, we're moving back up. Said we're moving back up. Do we have to move back up to 31 to grab him, though? I think we can get it before that. All right. I think we can get that. I think we can get there before that. Okay. I think to at least get him, we'd have to probably jump the Texans. So I'm thinking 31, 32 is probably where we're going to have to go. All right. Let's see if we can get back up then. All right. Let's see if we can get back up. We're going to propose the trade right now. KC is the guys we're trying to look at. All right. We're going to give up. Let's give up. What are we giving up? Are we giving up 42, 43? I'm thinking 42. I'm thinking 42 to get 31. We'll give up 42. Let's see here. We'll give up 42 and 143. 143. No, they're probably not going to take that at all here. I'm thinking 42 and probably 112 might get it done. 42 and 112. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 42 and 112 might get this done. What are your thoughts? Let's go back to y'all, man. Let's go back to y'all. I'm thinking 42 and 112. Am I crazy? All right. Let's go 42. Okay. Let's go. I'm thinking we give up 42 and 112. Let's vote it up. We're going to do a quick poll here. Trying to get back up to get John Michael Schmitz. I don't think that we have to move up, but if we do, it's definitely got to be ahead of the Texans, for sure. It's got to be ahead of the Texans, for sure. For a fact. For a fact. Johnny Park says, next year's third and this year's fourth. Ooh. Next year's third and this year's fourth. That's quite a bit of capital. That's quite a bit of capital. But in anybody's mind, is it that much of a jump? Is Joe Tippmann, could Joe Tippmann be a guy that we could go to that could hold the fort as well? I understand JMS is probably the best center in the draft. 732 will come to you in just a second. Let me finish this. JMS is probably the best center in the draft. Okay? Anybody disagree with that? I understand that, right? I get it. But the value that we're giving up, keep in mind, that blows us out, right? If we give up this year's fourth, okay, and we give up the 42, that means we'd only have a second and I think like two more picks, 143 and 207. That would be it. That would be it. And we have quite a bit of needs. Now, we've addressed tackle. We've got Skoronski, right? Okay, we got Skoronski. That was great. But you still have needs at center. Well, we get our center, right? But we still need a defensive tackle, linebacker, and safety, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. Ronald Perry says, we hear Orlando. What's happening? He says it depends on if you want a fifth-year option on him. Mike Rubio says JSM might not be worth it. Kalak Kansi next to Q is scary. That's a fact. 732, we're coming directly to you. Savages, keep going. We'll come to you guys in just a second. 732, we're going to come directly to you. This is draft time. This is draft time, okay? And we're talking that talk. We are talking that talk. We're going to come to Tim, all right? Tim's on the line. I don't know he wants to talk. He's got a lot to discuss here. Salutes to you, Tim. I want to thank you for calling in. Hold on before. Let me let everybody know. Tim, he's a savage. Savage. Tim salutes. Tim salutes. Listen, I am here. Hey, I'm sweating, man. Listen, right now, okay, I'm Joe Douglas. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I'm sweating a little bit. All right, we're trying to figure out what's going to happen here. We're trying to take this center. I'm thinking JSM. What are your thoughts about the draft so far? How are you feeling about us getting that package, getting the second-round pick back from Washington, getting that 47, getting Skoronski? What are your thoughts about possibly moving up for a center? Let me know.
Okay, well, first of all, you got to catch me up. So what happened since the last time we spoke? Because last time we spoke, they were talking about two second-round draft. Are you talking about for Aaron Rodgers or just the draft in general?
No, we're doing a mock draft right now. Okay.
Oh, you're doing a straight-up mock draft.
Yeah, we're doing a straight-up mock draft right now, and we are cooking. Okay.
Oh.
We've got Skoronski.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Skoronski. We grabbed him up. We moved down from 13 to 16. Okay. We got 47. Mm-hmm. We got 16 and 47 from Washington. Great move for us, right? Still able to grab Skoronski.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
So he's in the building. We got a left tackle. The board's playing down. I stopped it at 31. Okay. John Michael Schmitz is still on the board right now. Chat's going off. Savages going off. They're saying we should move up from 42 to 31 to grab John Michael Schmitz to shore up this center position. The question is how much value we're going to have to give up. Some are willing to give up a fourth-round pick.
Okay, gotcha.
Some are willing to give up a fourth-round pick. That would blow everything up, right? We'd only have what? If we take a guy with a second, that means we only have 143 and 207 left, right? That would be said and done, all right? Mm-hmm. And that's giving it up to KC, and they would move on. But we still have other issues. Still need linebacker help. Still need safety help. Still need a defensive tackle. So that's where we're at, Tim. What are your thoughts, man? Should we do it?
All right, so 147, that's going to be somewhere around the end of what, the fourth round?
147 is the 5th round.
5th round. All right. And our remaining needs, you're
Excuse
saying,
me,
are
140,
what?
143 is what we have.
Linebacker?
143 is what we have. That's the 5th round too.
143.
143 is the 5th round. But yeah, so that would literally leave us, if we give them 143, or even if we give them 112, which is what they're thinking. 112 is in the 4th round. If we give them 112, that we would take Smits. The only thing we'd have left is 143 would be a 5th round pick, and 207, which would be a 6th round pick, and that would be that. That would be that, and we'd still need a defensive tackle, linebacker,
That's fine.
and safety.
And you're saying, and from your perspective, Joe, what were you saying our gaps are right now? Our needs?
So,
remaining.
okay, so we took our left tackle, we take the center, but we still need a defensive tackle, a linebacker, and a safety.
Defensive tackle, linebacker, safety.
Yep.
Okay.
And that would be deep.
Okay. I'm assuming any premier safety is going to be gone before the 5th round.
Yep.
Defensive tackle, I don't know, man. Joe Douglas is a draft genius. I think he can find a really good defensive tackle in the 5th, 6th round.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Now, what was the other position?
We need a linebacker, and we need you need a linebacker as well. That would be left here in this mock draft.
I would say same on the linebacking position. I think we could find both of those guys in 5th, 6th round. So I mean, I think what I would say is that would be an okay move. I mean, look, you could slice it and dice it a million different ways if you wanted to, and you can make an argument every which way. But what's on the table is what's on the table, and what we're talking about here is that we already have a center, we already have a left tackle, right? Those were in based on my previous call with you, and what we agreed upon ourselves was that those were our biggest needs, was the offensive line.
Yeah.
So we got that shored up, and if we can pull a 5th, 6th round defensive tackle and linebacker that we can plug and play behind Shane Mosley and
C.J. Mosley,
Quincy Williams
and Quentin Williams,
then I think we'll be all right. I mean, I think we have the veterans and the coaches in place to make any young defender better at this point, because our defense is so good at this point.
Okay.
As long as they play their role, I think they'll be able to contribute. So we don't necessarily need a star at those positions, but we definitely need those higher round guys on the offensive line.
Okay. Listen, Tim. So you're saying
I would say that would be all right.
So you're saying move up. Okay. All right. I respect it. Listen, Tim, you can call back in.
Yeah.
I got other callers. We're talking this draft. You can call back in and fight for your guy, but you're saying move up. Salutes and respect to you, Tim. I'm going to move on. Thank you for calling in. Hope to hear from you again tonight.
All right, man. Take care.
Peace.
Thanks.
Listen, we're talking that talk, okay? We got guys coming in. Let me go back to Savages. Ted, I see he's back on the line. I'll come to you in a second, Ted. I'll come to you in a second. Ronald Perry says, same old thing. Yeah, we not again. This mock draft is assuming that Aaron Rodgers and the deal's going to be done with Aaron Rodgers after the draft. That's what we're assuming with this mock draft, okay? Orlando C says Chiefs ain't having it. Already took Hartman from him. They're going to want more. Oh, man. Johnny Park says we also need a wide receiver, too, to be really explosive offense. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's needs on this team. Wide receiver is there. I don't know if we need a wide receiver, too. I mean, we did. Garrett Wilson's probably going to be a 2 guy. We got, Lazard here as well, who's going to be phenomenal within this offense. But we do need that kind of, we could add an explosive young wide receiver here. You look at this trade that's being proposed here. Hold on, let me cancel this for a second. Let's see who's back. Jalen Hyatt is still here, right? Jalen Hyatt is still on the board. Josh Downs is still on the board. He's a guy that can get it done too, also like Cedric Tillman. But this possible trade with KC could be very interesting, all right? We're going to close the poll in a second. I'm going to go to Ted really quickly. We are fighting, okay? We are fighting about this. No lie. All right? No lies. We are talking about this. We're going to Ted. Salutes to you, Ted. I want to thank you for calling back in. I know you want to fight for your guy. We are in the midst right now. Are you in on the trade up, okay, with Kansas City? Are you in on the trade up to take a center? Give me your thoughts.
This is for 31, right?
Say it again.
Joe, we're talking for 31 again? 31?
You sound really far back. I don't know what's going on with your phone.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Are we talking pick 31?
Yeah, we're talking 31. We're talking 31 right now.
Okay. I would prefer to take Jalen Hyatt and sign Ben Jones from Tennessee.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay. There's definitely an option there.
You take the explosive wide receiver. Yep. Mm-hmm. I would take that, and he's good for a few years as long as Rodgers is here. We can always draft a center next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're trying to win now. I'd rather have an experienced center than a rookie, with all due respect. I'm sure a talented rookie would work out.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go with the experience and our offensive line coach or our OC. Who was it from Tennessee? Is that our offensive line coach?
Jalen Hyatt is still here, and Cedric Tillman is here.
No, what I'm saying, the Jets' offensive line coach,
Keith Carter.
From
Keith
Tennessee
Carter.
Also?
Yeah, Tennessee. Keith Carter.
Yeah. So he knows Jones. He knows everything about that guy. So I say you go with the explosive wide receiver, and then you sign the center. So that's my thought.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, that's an option that the Jets can take.
That's all I got, Joe.
Yeah, that's an option that the Jets can take, and we'll see. Listen, we're going to keep on moving and shaking. Yeah. Ben Jones is still an option. You're completely correct, but we got to see what's moving on, all right? Yep. Listen, thank you for calling in, Ted. We're going to keep it moving, all right? Thank you. All right, we're going to keep things going here. We're going to keep things going. Things are moving and shaking as we're seeing here. A lot of things happening. What are your thoughts? We're going to go to the Savages right now. All right, we're going to the Savages. We're going to end the poll here. All right, we're going to end the poll. 71% says yes. We should give up 42 and 112. Okay, 42 and 112. We are moving and shaking here. Okay, we are moving and shaking. Let me see here. 41 and 112. See what's going on here. Let's see what's happening. All right. 1 second, folks. Have some things where things happening here. Okay. So we got that moving and shaking. So everybody's thinking that we should take this trade. That's what we're thinking here. All right. So let's see what's going on. Everybody's thinking we have to move up. Let's go with Kansas City. Let's see. 42, 112, 31. That's what I'm thinking. That to me is the trade right there. Okay? That to me is the trade. Let's see if they take it. Declined. It is what it is there. It is what it is there. It's declined. I'm at this point, I'm done. Yeah. John Michael Schmitz gets taken by the Texans. That bit us right there. That bit us, but we're okay. We're okay because you know what? Jalen Hyatt gets taken. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So what are we doing? What are we doing here? We still got some things to move and shake. I don't think we're in a bad position at all, right? Because if you look at the situation, right, there's still other positions that we need here. Tillman's still here, okay? Tillman is still here. That's a good pick there. All right, you look at our defense. Edge is still here. BJ's still here. Cansey's still here. This is great value at 42 as well to shore up. You put him next to Quinnen Williams, and boy, oh boy, are we in a good spot, right? Are we in a good spot? Oh, Steve Avila as well from TCU. The interesting thing about this is, okay, he's a guy that can play guard and center. He's a guy that can play guard and center. He played guard and center at TCU, and he's pretty darn good. I don't think we're in a bad spot here at all. This trade to me, not having it. Not having this trade. Not even interested. I'm rejecting it off the bat. I'm rejecting it off the bat. I'm rejecting it off the bat. We're in a great spot here. We're in a wonderful spot. Wonderful spot. Let me get to the Savages. Says try 33. 33 wasn't happening. Wasn't having it. Jack Campbell. Johnny Park says Jack Campbell. He's saying Jack Campbell. It's going to be very interesting. Linebacker out of Iowa. I see you. Let's read up a little bit about Jack Campbell here. It says productive linebacker tend to find their ways to the NFL. Oh, yes, this was a guy that definitely got it done there. Feels like a player that's on his way. Campbell is prolific from the Hawkeyes 2021, accumulating 140 tackles, 3.5 for a loss, a sack, 2 interceptions, and 6 pass deflections as a full-time starter. Listed at 6'5", 243. Campbell is a massive tackling machine who also shows good awareness, closing speed, and coverage. It's hard to tell where his ceiling is, but he's safe bet to be drafted and keeps putting up the numbers. Interesting. I believe Sanders. Yeah, Drew Sanders was already taken by the Raiders. All right. He's already taken by the Raiders. So he's not going to be there. He's not there for us. Give me 1 second, folks. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, folks. Moms was calling. You answer when Moms calls, okay? I'm sorry. Getting back to this draft. I love you, Mama. Christopher Phillips salutes to him. Savage says, Joe, I can't call into tonight's show, but the Jets should not draft for needs. That's only an option when both players are graded evenly. That's how we ended up with Mekhi Becton and not CeeDee Lamb. Interesting. Yep, Sanders is not here. Christopher Phillips says the sad truth is 45% of all draft choices are bust. Choose the best player available. Ronald Perry says more than 45% in my opinion. Okay. We're going to see, man. I definitely think that you have to draft. Drafting for need is a good move, especially when you're a team that's in the rebuild, especially when you're at need, when you need positions and when you need premium positions. Okay. That's when you draft, you make sure you get the right guys in the building. So drafting for need is good. But we could have used CeeDee Lamb as well. That would have been a great move for us as well. We were lacking offensive weapons at that time. Okay. So now we're looking at this situation. I'm thinking Kancey is probably the guy. We got our tackle. Center. I don't think that Tippmann's an overdraft there. Not really, but I really like Avila as well. But we do have 47. So there's more than a chance that he's going to be there at 47. So I'm thinking Kancey. Let me get y'all thoughts on this. We're coming to the Savages, man. We're coming directly to the Savages. All right. Who would you take? All right. Coming directly to y'all. Who would you take? Are you taking Kancey? There's also Jack Campbell he's there too. Ooh, Keion White is there for edge. Ooh, what are we doing here? Okay, we'll put Campbell down. Taking Campbell, or are we taking, let's see here. I think he's here. Yep. Or are we taking this guy? We're about to see what time it is. We're about to get this moving and shaking. Okay. We're coming directly to y'all. All right. Coming directly to y'all. NY Jets FL says, I'm live, Mom. Yeah, you know. Oh, man. It's crazy. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. All right. We are moving and shaking here. All right. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Give me your thoughts. All right. Keep in mind, we've got our tackle. All right. We're still looking for our center. We're still looking for our defensive tackle. And we're still looking for linebacker. Okay. That trade by Washington set us up pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Okay. Now, keep in mind, we could take all three of those players, honestly. I think we could take Kancey here. We can take Campbell here. And we can end up taking Avila right here. We take him right there. Because we don't have anything here in the third. We don't have anything in the third. And there's some questions about our safety position, but we do have some guys there, man. We got some guys at our safety spot. Okay. We got Whitehead. Okay. And we just brought in Chuck Clark as well. So there's some need. Ashton Davis is trash. Will Parks is still here, right? And Tony Adams is here too. So we got some help there. Safety it's not bare. We got some talent there. But definitely we can shore it up. We can shore all of this up right here. We can get all of this done. I'm going to close the poll in a second. We're going to close it in a second. Okay. Let's see here. I hope you guys got your snacks. Everything's going well. I'm eating a little fruit snack here. A little fruit snack. I know y'all like seeing what I'm eating. Y'all see that? Little fruit snack here. Okay. Yeah. Little fruit snack. You know, enjoying the draft. Enjoying the mock. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the mock. Jack Kenneth salutes. Good to see you in here. All right. We're going to close the poll in a second. Close it in a second. We're going to close it in 3, 2, 1. We're going to close it up. We're going to close it up. We're closing it up. See what's going on here. Let's see what he says. Let's see what it is. Let's see what we come to. We're moving and shaking. We're waiting for the poll there to come to a close. All right. Who would you take? 40% says Kancey, 40% says Campbell, and 20 says Avila. All right. All right. So I guess what? We'll take Kancey, we'll take Campbell, and we'll see what happens going forward at Avila. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll take Kancey first. Let's go back up here. We'll take Kancey first. Okay. Nope. Whoa. Adoree Jackson, not interested. Not interested, dog. Let's look at this trade. 45, 256, not interested. Not interested. Not interested in that. Adoree Jackson. Anybody interested in this trade? Anybody? Anybody interested? I'm not interested. I'm not interested in this trade. And I'm not moving down. All right. We've got that. Jack Campbell is a New York Jet. Jack Campbell's a New York Jet. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we've got our linebacker. Okay. We've got our linebacker. We've got Kancey. Make sure we got this. Okay. We got Campbell. Okay. So we got Kancey. We got Campbell. We got Skoronski. So we got our left tackle. We got our D tackle. We got our linebacker. Now all we need is a center. That's it. That's all we need is a center. I don't think we need to move down to 62, but we could pick up New Orleans' second-round pick next season. That's big for 143. For our second-round pick and then 143, which will close out. That'll leave us, right? We'll still have 112, but that'll leave us with 207. What are y'all thoughts about this trade? Would you take this? Okay. Would you take this? Let me know. Would you take this trade? Okay. Would you take this trade? What are you doing? You come back to the Savages in here. Kancey and Campbell should be the 2 picks. Absolutely. We got it done. He's in the building. Orlando C says Campbell easily. Yes. He's in the building. All right. Orlando C says, let's just keep Quan Alexander. He's a headhunter. I hope we do. Salutes again to Jack Kenner. Always good to see you in here. Quan's really good. We'll see what the Jets do. Jack Kenner says, LBJ, when is the Aaron Rodgers trade going to happen? I don't know. To be honest with you, Jack, at this point, I'm thinking it's either draft night or after the draft. And if it's after the draft, man, it does nothing but wonders for the New York Jets. The Green Bay Packers are on a collision course for doom if they do this after the draft. That would be insanity to me for them. I think it gets done on draft night from all the rumors that we're hearing. They want to keep competitive advantage. That's what I've heard. That's the rumor swirling. For whatever players they're looking to target, they don't want anyone else to know. So we'll see what the compensation is. There's been a lot of talk about the type of compensation. There's been some rumors swirling about just an exchange of first-round picks and maybe the Jets giving up a late mid-round pick. I've heard that. I've also heard, again, 2023 second-rounder, 2024 second-rounder that could end up being a first. There's also discussions that Green Bay wants a first, and that's like their sticking point. We'll see. There's been so many things moving and shaking. But right now, I'm thinking it gets done on draft night or after the draft, because otherwise, it's going to be a dookie storm for them. Okay, it's going to be a dookie storm. All right, they're going to eat a lot of money, or have to deal with the wrath and the drama of Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think they want to do that. I truly don't. I don't think they want to do it. I'm telling you, Goons and all those guys over there, they better. We'll see. Orlando C says, gut feeling Rodgers ain't coming, Jack Kenny. We'll see. Ronald Perry says, I'm weary of Rodgers. I don't know what he's going to do. Orlando says, as a Raiders fan, I was hoping that Carr went to the Jets. Big Carr fan. Always wanted the best. What's holding up the AR trade? A lot of different things, man. A lot of different things. So Johnny Park says, is Josh Downs still there? I believe that he was taken. Yeah, let me see where he went. I saw him go. Josh Downs. Was he taken in the first? Oh, KC took him. KC took him in the first. Bottom of the first, Josh Downs. And then Jalen Hyatt went to the Panthers in this mock draft. So anybody interested in this trade? Anybody? Would you take this trade? Hit that poll, yes or no. We're going to close it in just a little bit, folks. We're going to close it in just a little bit, okay? Let me know. Would you take that trade? Is that something that you would be interested in? Let me know. Let me know. But, yeah, there's a lot of things moving and shaking. Lot of things moving and shaking, man. All right. A lot of things moving and shaking. So we're going to go ahead and close it up. I don't like this trade. I wouldn't want to take it. I'm not taking it. I don't like this move. I'm going to go ahead and reject the trade. And I'm thinking that I would like to take this guy right here. I like it. I like Tippmann, but we don't have anything around that pick. I'm not interested in trading back up. I think the value's there with him, and I want to grab this guy. He can come in here and play center. I know they have him as a guard. He's a guy that can move around. He's a guy that can grab it, and I like him a lot. So I'm going to go with Steve, okay? I'm taking him. That's the guy I got. So we're going to take him. Now we continue on down the board, all right? We continue on down the board. All right. Let's see what we're moving and shaking here. See what we got going. Things is moving, man. This board is moving. This board is moving. Joe Tippmann went at 82. Whew, goodness. Marvin Mims Jr. Okay. We got so many of our needs figured out, though. We got left tackle. We got center. Yeah. We got our defensive tackle. We got our linebacker. The only thing we have is safety. But the thing is that this draft is kind of weak at safety. A lot of people have been talking about that. That the safety position's not there. That it's not there. I don't think there's a guy we really need to move back up for either. To be honest, there's really nobody like that screaming, hey, we got to grab him. All right. We're sitting here at 112. Is there a player that you want to see us take here at 112? Right now, in my mind, right? We've got our defensive tackle in Kancey. Again, there's other guys moving and shaking that could come in too. Right? We've got linebacker. We've got safety. All right. We're looking around. We are looking around here. Let me know. Is there a player that you want to fight for right now? Is there a player you want to fight for? I want to know. Let me know. Let's see. Right now, I mean, the only thing we're looking for is safety. That's pretty much it. Johnny Park says Sidney Brown should be there. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see what we're doing. What we're moving and shaking. Sidney Brown. I think he is a safety. Let's see. Is it? Oh, actually. Is it Sidney? I think that's how you spell it. Let me know. Nope, he's gone. No, he's gone. Let's see where he went. Brown. He's not there. Oh, Sidney Brown. Lions. He's gone. He's off the board. What are we thinking? Ronnie Hickman, would he be solid? You know? I'm thinking we take a flyer. Herndon Hooker went in the fourth. All right. I've heard about him going in the third. I'm thinking we take a flyer on Trey Dean or Hickman. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking we take one of these guys, one of these safeties. That rounds it out, man. I'm telling you, I think we did a solid job here. I'm going to take Trey Dean. I like Trey Dean a lot. I don't think they have they do have their report. Yep. Man. And he is raw. Let's see what's going on with Hickman here. Yeah. Let's see. What are we doing? Johnny Park says best player available at this point. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to go with Hickman. See what's happening. Once you get down this low, oh, man, they took Voorhees. That would have been a great value pick right there for us. That's a good lineman. Blue is jacked his knee up. All right. We are moving and shaking. This thing's moving. I like it. Okay. We got linebacker here. All right. We got an offer. Would you take this trade? Is this a trade y'all be interested in? Let me know. Would you take this trade? I don't know here. We got guys, man. We got our safety. We got our safety here. We got our backer. I think we pretty short up right now, man. When you look at what we got here, even moved down to 153, 211 in this year's draft. That would be solid for us, but I'm not dying for it. 211. That would give us that'll give us a 6th round pick. It's about another 5th, 6th rounder. I like this move. I'm not liking this. I don't like this trade. We're going to close the poll. I don't like this trade. I'm rejecting it. We could take Jamie Robinson. We could take him. Let's take him. You can, to me, to be able to move down to 16, right in the face of all that was right there, grabbing Skoronski. I'm going to take another defensive tackle. I'm just going to take the highest rated defensive tackle because we still need help there. I'm thinking we got Skoronski, Kancey, who should have been gone way before that, right? When we got him. I think we got him in like 42. He should have been gone before that. Jack Campbell. And then we got Avila, who's a guy that is versatile. I personally would give us an A